You're lying in bed right now. Lights off, the room is quiet. Your phone is face down on the mattress, exactly where you left it after telling yourself just one last check. Your body feels heavy, your eyes burn, you're exhausted in that deep, full day kind of way. And yet, your mind won't shut up. You're staring at the ceiling, noticing tiny cracks, shadows, patterns you've never paid attention to before. Your brain starts replaying a conversation from earlier today, something you should have said differently. Then it jumps to tomorrow, that thing you have to do, that message you haven't answered, that responsibility waiting for you in the morning. You turn to one side, then the other. You check the clock. Too late. And the moment you realize how late it is, your chest tightens just a little. Because now you're not just awake, you're aware that you're awake. And that thought alone keeps you even more alert. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever been so tired that your body is begging for sleep, but your mind just won't let you? Most people in moments like this think something is wrong with them. They think they're broken, too anxious, too weak, bad at sleeping. But the truth is, this isn't a personal failure. From a psychological point of view, this is your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do, just at the wrong time. And here's the part that almost no one tells you. There's a technique developed by the military, used in extreme, high-stress conditions where sleep wasn't optional, it was survival. A method backed by psychology and neuroscience designed to shut the brain down on command even when the mind is racing. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why this moment, right here, right now, keeps happening to you, and how to flip the switch that finally turns your brain off in minutes. Before we talk about the trick itself, you need to understand what's actually keeping you awake. Because the problem isn't that you're not tired. If anything, you're too tired. Your body is done. The real problem is something called hypervigilance. Your brain is stuck in problem-solving mode. From the moment you lie down, it starts scanning, reviewing, preparing. It brings up unfinished tasks, future worries, things that don't even exist yet but feel urgent in the dark. And here's what most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real threat and a thought about a threat. It can't tell the difference between something happening right now and something that might happen tomorrow. An unpaid bill, an awkward conversation, a work deadline, to your brain, they all register as pay attention, stay alert. So your nervous system stays on. There are two main modes your body lives in. Alert mode, where you analyze, react, and solve, and rest mode, where you recover, repair, and sleep. Sleep can only happen in one of them. But modern life keeps flipping you into alert mode all day long. Notifications, messages, deadlines, the quiet pressure to always be available, always productive, always one step ahead. So when you finally lie down, your body is still running the same program. It's like turning off your car but leaving the engine revving, or closing your laptop while 20 tabs are still open, overheating the system underneath. From a psychological point of view, your brain isn't broken. It's just trying to protect you. It thinks staying awake will help you handle what's coming next. And once you understand that, something important clicks. Because if staying awake is a response, then sleep isn't about forcing rest. It's about showing your brain that it's finally safe to let go. And that's exactly where the military approach does something most sleep advice completely misses. To really understand why this method exists, you have to step into a very different world for a moment. Picture fighter pilots during wartime. High-speed aircraft, constant danger, decisions made in seconds where a single mistake can cost lives. These pilots weren't just tired, they were operating under extreme stress day after day. And the problem wasn't that they didn't have time to sleep. Sometimes they did. The problem was that even when they lay down, their minds refused to shut off. Fatigue started causing errors, reaction times slowed, judgment slipped. And in the air, mistakes weren't minor, they were fatal. So the military realized something critical. You can't tell someone in that environment to just relax. You can't ask their brain to trust silence. Stress had trained their nervous systems to stay on high alert all the time. And that's where the breakthrough happened. They stopped trying to force sleep. Instead, they asked a different question. How do you turn off the system that prevents sleep? The truth is, if something works in war zones, surrounded by noise, pressure, and real danger, it can work in your bedroom too. Because this was never meant to be a cozy relaxation trick. It wasn't designed to feel nice. It was designed to shut the brain down, mechanically, step by step, a deactivation protocol. And once you see how they did that, you start to realize why most sleep advice fails before it even begins. Here's where things start to flip. What few people realize is that your mind doesn't lead your body leads your mind. There's a constant feedback loop happening beneath your awareness. A tense body tells the brain, stay alert. A relaxed body tells the brain, you're safe now. Your muscles are messengers. When they're tight, your brain reads it as danger, as readiness, as something that might require action. When they soften, your brain receives a completely different signal. Safety. And this happens faster than any thought you could think, because your body learns faster than your thoughts. That's why trying to think yourself to sleep almost never works. Your mind can be saying, it's okay, calm down, while your jaw is clenched, your shoulders are raised, and your stomach is tight. Your body is voting against sleep. Think back to when you were a child. You didn't fall asleep by controlling your thoughts. You fell asleep by feeling heavy, supported, safe. Your body would melt into the bed, breathing slowed, everything let go without effort. But as adults, we unlearn that. We carry tension everywhere, in our face, in our shoulders, in our hands, and we don't even notice it anymore. So if relaxing feels hard for you, that doesn't mean you're bad at it. It means no one ever taught your nervous system how to stand down. And this is exactly why the military approach didn't start with the mind at all. It started somewhere much more primitive and much more powerful. There's one piece of advice everyone has heard at night. Just don't think about anything. And if you've ever tried that, you know how useless it is. The moment you tell your brain to be silent, it does the opposite. Thoughts get louder, images pop up, memories, plans, worries, all at once. Because here's the psychological truth. The brain hates emptiness. Silence feels unsafe to a system built to scan, predict, and protect. So when you give it nothing, it creates something. What your mind actually needs isn't silence, it's simplicity. Something neutral to hold on to, something boring, predictable, emotionally safe. Think about how you zone out on a long drive. Your eyes are open, but your mind drifts. Or how you fall asleep halfway through a calm movie you've already seen. Nothing demanding your attention, nothing urgent pulling you in. Even as children, we use this naturally. Rocking back and forth, counting, listening to the same lullaby every night. Repetition wasn't accidental, it was regulation. So if your mind races at night, it doesn't mean you're anxious or broken. It means your brain is doing its job too well, with nowhere gentle to land. And once you understand that, the next step becomes obvious, because the military didn't try to silence the mind either. They gave it something so simple, so dull, that it quietly powered down on its own. So here's the shift that changes everything. The goal isn't to fall asleep faster. The goal is to stop fighting your own brain. The moment you turn sleep into a battle, your nervous system picks a side. And it's not yours. Resistance creates alertness. Pressure creates tension. What actually works is the opposite. Acceptance instead of resistance. Consistency over perfection. Ritual over effort. From a behavioral psychology perspective, your brain learns through repetition, not willpower. When you repeat the same sequence every night, your nervous system starts recognizing patterns, and patterns feel safe. The same order, the same signals, the same steps. Over time, your bed stops being a place where you struggle and overthink. It becomes a cue, a trigger for shutdown. But here's something important to know. The first few nights might feel awkward, clumsy, like you're doing it wrong. That's normal. Your nervous system is learning a new language, one it hasn't spoken in a long time. So don't rush it. Don't judge it. Just let the process do what it's designed to do, Because sleep isn't something you force, it's something you allow. And once you see the exact sequence the military used to send that signal, you'll understand why, for most people, it works faster than they ever thought possible. Before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to remember this. You're not broken. You're not weak. And you're definitely not bad at sleeping. You're human. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you, it's trying to protect you. It learned to stay alert, to prepare, to anticipate. And sometimes it just forgets that the danger is over. When you see insomnia this way, everything changes. It stops being a flaw and becomes a signal. A message from your nervous system saying, I don't feel safe enough yet. And the moment you understand that, you get something powerful back. Control. Not through force, not through pressure, but through awareness. So slow things down tonight. Breathe. Let your body speak first. Let your mind follow. If this felt familiar, if at any moment you thought, this is literally me, leave a like. If understanding your own psychology helps you feel more in control of your life, subscribe. And if you know someone who overthinks at night, share this with them. You might help them more than you realize. And tonight, when your head hits the pillow, remember this. Nothing is wrong with you. Your system just needs the right signal.